Hey, what is up, everyone? Pastor JAMZ here, back with another review, and today we have the newest album by Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. Billie Eilish is 19-year-old singer-songwriter from Los Angeles, California, and made her big breakout album back in 2019 with When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I believe it won quite a few Grammys, and I might say that she does deserve it, given how young she is, still growing, trimming everything out of like all her flaws and stuff. Um, I really do think that she has a strong sense of direction in terms of music and where she wants to go in the future. And I also like how she is a beacon and an idolize for the young generation in terms of like depression, like mental health awareness. Uh, like really sensitive subjects that I don't see a lot of young artists touching today. Given that she is like only half a year younger than me, I think that she is doing great and should continue doing what she's doing. So yeah, this is her sophomore album. When it was announced, I was pretty excited, and now that it is here, let's dive right into it. We have 56 minutes and 16 tracks. Thought it was quite a bit lengthy. Thought it was going to be a little difficult to review, but no. Right off the bat, I could understand where she's coming from. I do gotta say that the first track, Getting Older, I was kind of made me a little afraid. I did listen to Your Power, the lead up single to this. I didn't listen to anything else apart from My Future and Therefore I Am, which came out last year, and she decided to put it on this album. So, anyways, Getting Older, kind of a bit of a slow start to the album, but I understand you gotta like warm yourself up a little bit. But I did get a little afraid, given the album cover. I thought it was going to be of a like a more '80s style or like I don't know, something more of that nature. Like I don't know. I thought it was going to be completely different, but no. This whole album tends to keep the same original Billie Eilish sound that she did in When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? However, I do appreciate and admire how she provides a more ambient sound. And I guess that's what the whole lightheartedness of this album provides, apart from her first album. The whole thing is more ambient, lively. Phineas does a great job of providing that type of sound. I really wish there could have been some like more violins and stuff like that, maybe some trumpets. But no, apart from that, Phineas, her brother, the producer on this album, does a great job. Keeps that electro pop going, and on some tracks just blows my mind with the electro pop. But no, great ambient sound from her. That's really the difference between that album and this album. So, anyways, messaging wise, I like how Billie Eilish kind of, given how young she is, she still goes through a lot of things. Her mind kind of races and goes different directions. Um, so in this album, I really wish she was going to touch on this whole controversy with people body shaming her, and people kind of sexualizing her in a way, and she does, and I love that so much. Artist who says no, you cannot do this to me because I am who I am, and I can do whatever the hell I want to do, and that's exactly what she does. Especially in that monologue halfway through this album, titled "Not My Responsibility," she just goes on like a 4 minute monologue of how like people can't body shame her and like kind of making the listener feel uncomfortable. Like, okay, here I am. What are you gonna do to me? I thought that was really interesting and did not expect that at all. But yeah, there are other tracks on here that kind of do that thing, like Getting Older, Billie Bossa Nova, Oxytocin, and I I believe Male Fantasy. Um, so yeah, touching that subject about her and her fans, specifically males body shaming her for wearing like more not revealing clothing, but she's known for wearing baggy clothing. Um, Especially photos of her in like bathtubs and stuff like that. I think she could just, she's growing up, she can do whatever she wants, and whether she gets body shamed or not. She kind of clearly shows that she doesn't care, and that's good. Moving on to another messaging, her own herself as an artist. She kind of establishes herself that she does have a clear sense of direction where she wants to go, and she's looking forward to that. Um, and then there is the breakup with her ex boyfriend. Like kind of like how manipulative he was. Might have been an alcoholic, or maybe kind of like a way with words, having his way with her. Um, yeah, kind of not so much of like a middle finger to him, just kind of throwing it out there to the fans, like, okay, this guy was doing this to me, and although I'm kind of, I was really messed up back then, now I'm not. I'm just moving forward because I'm happier than ever. That's what the whole thing is about. Going in more depth to the tracks, I gotta say, Billy Bossa Nova, Oxytocin, and Overheated are probably if I had to choose top three tracks, those would be it. Wow, Phineas really does come through with the production on those. The electro pop is just out of this world. Billy Bossa Nova is like this Miami Beach type of sound, really like a classical type esque, like kind of like throwback to like a 1960s Miami deal. I don't know, it just something about it just really gets everyone moving. And then Oxytocin, like that electro pop kind of like really dark sense, it really gets people moving as well. Overheated ties into Not My Responsibility. I think that some of these tracks really have great tie-ins. Like I was going to put Therefore I Am as a sour jam because although I did like it back in 2020, I was like, it doesn't really fit with the album now that I'm hearing it. But then it ties into Happier Than Ever. Wow, really like it a lot. Like she kind of empowers herself, and Therefore I Am, like, yeah, I'm this big boss, like I control who I am. And then she goes to Happier Than Ever when she kind of switches the table and was like, yeah, but I was really fucked up when this guy broke up with me because he was all drunk and everything. So I was like, wow, such a turn there. Goldwing, very beautiful lyrics. Really think she is just amazing. Given that her lyrics are so melancholy like, and can be really monotone at times, I think Goldwing was really astonishing and really brought out her, like, what else she can bring vocal wise. I Didn't Change My Number was pretty good. But however, the two tracks that I didn't really like were I gotta say three: Getting Older, My Future, and Male Fantasy. I don't know. I just don't really think they rolled off the tongue quite as good as they should have. Maybe they could have been structured better. But yeah, those three tracks, not really fitting with me. Especially with My Future. It is a great, powerful song, but I don't know, just the tone, the chorus, the whole, like, tempo of the song just not really fitting with me. Um Anyways, I just think that this album could have been a little structured better, minorly, and it's not a really big thing given that this album was really bulky with 16 tracks and 56 minutes. Other than that, there was like two tracks on here that could have just been taken off, but whatever, regardless. This is still a great album. The whole thing, messaging wise, the amazing electro pop production by Phineas, her brother, and yeah, giving this a strong 8.5. I really enjoyed this more than When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? I think that Billie Eilish is continuing to grow as an artist, and I honestly look forward to what else she's going to come out with. Yeah, that is the review. That is all I have to say. Strong 8.5. Anyways, make sure you like, share, and subscribe with a friend. Check out my other reviews, and if you want to listen to this album, link will be in the description box below. See you all in the next review, and peace and stay safe.